Hello friends, welcome to my channel Guiding Light. So in this video, I'm not going to tell you directly what you are going to study. We will learn it as we do the activities. Okay, so let us start with the first activity. I have taken here certain substances and liquids. Okay, now this is a solid. This is what you know, this is sugar crystals. And here we have water. Now what I'm going to do is add a teaspoon of sugar in the water, right? Can you see the sugar crystals in the water? Yes, we can see the sugar crystals in the water. We will stir it. Stirring is done to dissolve the sugar in the water, right? Slowly the sugar crystals will start to. So after some time what you will see is the water is clear. That means our sugar crystals have dissolved completely in this water. Now when you see the taste, or when you taste this water, what kind of taste will you get? You will get a sweet taste. Okay, this shows that sugar has not vanished. Okay, now you cannot see the sugar crystals, it is disappeared, but it has not been vanished. It cannot be seen because it is completely mixed with water. We say that the sugar has dissolved in water. What happens is, you know that the particles in liquid are loosely packed, as we had studied in the earlier video, and in solids, how are the particles? They are closely attached to each other, and the force of attraction is very strong. So what happens when we add solid in liquid? The molecules try to bind with the liquid molecules because have a lot of space between them. So that is why you get a sweet taste in this solution. Okay, we know that this is a solution of sugar and water. So this is known as solution, and the substance that we add in it is called a solute, which dissolves in this liquid. And the liquid water which is used to dissolve the salt or sugar is called as solvent. So there are three things: solute, solvent and solution. Solution is when you add a solute to dissolve in water or any other liquid. Any other liquid, like you have milk. Okay, if you put or add sugar in warm milk, you will get a sweet taste in the milk. Okay, it will be as if you add Bonvita in the milk, right? The same, it is a solution. Okay, so what will be the solute in that case? Bonvita will be your solute and your solvent will be milk, right? Now as we have seen, the sugar dissolves in the liquid medium, that is water. Water is a universal solvent because it can dissolve a variety of substances. Substances that dissolve in water are soluble substances, and which do not dissolve in water are called as insoluble, means they do not dissolve. Okay, let us take the other examples, like we have salt here. Okay, let us put a teaspoon of salt in the water and see if it dissolves. Keep stirring it so that it can mix properly. See, now the solution is clear. That means salt is a soluble substance. Okay, now what is the solution here? The solution of salt and water mixed together is the solution. Salt is the solute and the solvent is water. Okay, now I have another substance, that is coffee. What do you think? Will it be soluble or an insoluble substance? So let us try it. Take a teaspoonful of coffee. Let's add it in water. Shake it. There you see, it has been dissolved. So what is it? It is soluble or insoluble? It is insoluble or soluble. It is soluble substance. It is dissolved. It has dissolved in water, right? So all the substances that we come across are not easily dissolved. Okay, some may not dissolve also. So let us take example of those. We were talking about soluble substances. Let's check about insoluble substances. Okay, now I have taken here two other substances, and this is 2 glasses of water. Okay, now this is flour that we have here, and this is pebbles. Okay, flour means atta that we use for chapatis. Okay, let us put a teaspoon of this atta or flour in water. Let us see if we mix it, will it dissolve? So you can make out that it is not dissolving, right? So we can term this flour as insoluble substance. Let us check with the pebbles. Will it dissolve? No. So these substances are termed as insoluble substances. Even sand, if you take a teaspoon of sand and stir, you will notice that sand does not dissolve in water. It means sand is insoluble in water. Now we have seen these 3 things: solute, solvent and solution. The ability of a liquid to dissolve other substance in it is known as solubility. So this video basically is showing you the ability of a liquid to dissolve other substances. It is a property, solubility, and the 3 things which are involved with solubility. Okay, so what is it? When a liquid dissolves a solid substance in it is called a solution. So this is the solution. As we have seen earlier, we dissolved coffee in water, so it has changed the color, but coffee has dissolved completely in water, right? So this is known as solution. The solid coffee which dissolves in liquid is called a solute, and the liquid is called the solvent in which the solid is dissolved. Okay, so I hope you all have understood solute, solvent and solution. Now let us learn about soluble and insoluble substances. Okay, so we have seen that the substances which completely dissolve in water are known as soluble substances. Like we have example here: salt, sugar, coffee. Okay, and insoluble substances are those which do not completely dissolve in water. Like we have seen flour, that is atta, and pebbles, right? These do not dissolve in water. Insoluble substances can be separated from a solution by the process of filtration, sedimentation and decantation. In filtration, now we don't have a funnel to separate the substance, but now I have made it. This is tissue paper and this is a glass. So first we'll make a solution. Okay, now these are tea leaves. Okay, let us put a teaspoon of tea leaves or some tea leaves. Okay, let us make a solution out of it. You know these are insoluble substances, right? So you know the tea leaves are not going to get dissolved in water. So let us see how they can be separated. For example, at home, okay, what you do, if you want to have tea, you will take water, you will add the tea leaves, you will add sugar, you will add milk, and then after boiling you will strain it. Okay, this is type of filtration process. Okay, you can do it at home. So this is way what we are doing, we are separating the substances. So What you will do now, we'll try to separate it. Okay, so let us see. Left behind with us on the tissue paper some of the tea leaves, and down we have the clear water. So this is the way we have separated the insoluble substance, that is tea leaves, with the process of filtration. Now let us learn about sedimentation and decantation. Now in this glass I have mixed sand with water. You know, sand is an insoluble substance. So after some time, the clear water is on top and heavy insoluble solids are settled down. So this is the process of sedimentation. In decantation, what is done? The clear liquid, okay, is poured into another container. And the solids which are settled at the bottom are not allowed to enter this container. So this is the process of decantation. So you can see a clear liquid, right, with no sand or mud. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.